So Buster's still the same. Buster's still being preened. They're still displaying some characters that a mother or father would do, as in feeding wise. But that's John Jones, and now that's Buster with his head wounds. So this is called preening apparently. John Jones was preening Buster of the old feathers to help bring in the new ones. And good old Bambi was up all night last night with a gurgling tummy. Oh, so, I'm just going to show you one of the local doves. But, hey Buster, how you doing? You look good this morning. Your feathers are coming back, and the skin's still pinkish, which is good. Johnny boy. Yeah, you've been preening your Buster, haven't you? Hey, you have been. I mean, a lot's happened for these guys. He's lost his siblings through to being adopted out. But it happens to birds all the time, so I don't think that has psychologically damaged Buster at all. So I don't think it's psychologically why, or stress, which is why, or what has caused the feathers to fall out. I don't think that is the case. I think it's more preening, which is what birds do to each other sometimes to get rid of the old feathers, to help bring back the new feathers. It's also a companion thing. They groom each other. But yeah, that's the reason why he's the way he is at the moment. But as each day goes by, he's getting more feathers back, so he's getting better. So yes, Mr. John Jones. We haven't really been able to sex the babies as of yet, but I'm thinking because John Jones is showing characteristics of finding a partner, that she's actually a female. But we just don't know. Here's one of our local doves coming in to eat the seed. Birds are a beautiful thing, aren't they? I just cannot get over how the male birds are a lot prettier than the female birds. I mean, this one's got a few green feathers near its tail. And obviously these birds don't really fit the characteristics of lovebirds. Like this bird, for example, has a V-shaped tail. That would indicate it's a male. Its head tends to be more elongated in lovebirds, from what I've learnt. Oops, where are you, little one? So this one seems to have the head of a female. So obviously characteristics in birds aren't always the same. Here is John Jones in his water bath. I actually bought them a Perspex box for both their seed and their water. So here on the Gold Coast in Australia, we can have temperatures of up to 40 degrees in the summer. And obviously it's, you know, you've got to keep birds cool. So they will quite often get in there and splash around and enjoy a bird bath, which is really great to see. So Buster is now playing with his toys. I have learned a great deal from birds since I've had them. A great deal. He's looking worse for wear. He is. You can see the little circle thing at the side of their head. I'm learning a bit about bird anatomy. I think that's their hearing device. So they haven't got flaps of ears like we have, but they've got little holes in the side of their head, which are ears effectively. They hear sound and they go with pitch, and I seem to have found the sort of the pitch that John Jones's previous partner had, and that tends to sort of wake them up a bit if they're a bit down the dumps, is what we would call it. So hey Buster, you seem to be the life of the party at the moment. Everyone seems to be liking Buster at the moment because of his little war wounds. Hey Buster, how you going? Hey, a little man who's actually my little girl. Yep, you can see the new feathers coming through. So I'm glad the preening has stopped, because I was getting quite concerned that it may have been some sort of fungal thing that he got, or she got. But he's saying that the little black dots are at the side of the head, right there you saw, they're the ears. What I was saying was, what was I saying, Buster Boo? Well, that's right, we thought you were a male, but yeah, they seem to be a pair. Like Betty, for example, she chases them around her cage. You know, in all indication, you can put the cages together. She can be in one cage. John Jones could have been in the other. And we know Betty's a girl. Actually, we don't know that because she's never laid eggs. But so after Stitch flew away and we put the cages together, we had to separate them because little Miss here was getting a bit violent towards the babies, and Stitch used to chase her, obviously, because Stitch felt intimidated. So she sort of continued with that behaviour even when we put John Jones in her cage with her. And the ultimate game plan was to match up her and John Jones. But she just would not. She would not have a bar of any other bird in her cage. Yet they can call out for each other and want to be in each other's company, but when you put them in the same cage together, it's like, get me out of here. She chases the shit out of anyone else, so the babies included. I was thinking that because she was the third wheel, when Stitch was around, I thought one of the babies could perhaps become her companion. But no, that wasn't going to happen. So I ended up adopting 2 of the babies out, kept one myself, and then I've adopted Betty out. So she is really a bird that I think can be by herself. So we'll keep a close eye on her when she's with her forever home. You know, we'll make sure that And I've told the new owner that we've got to mix and match and change the toys around so she doesn't get bored in the cage. And if she does, I'll be the first to know, and we'll work on it. We'll do something. So I'm lucky that their forever homes are very close. So I'll show you some closer shots of Betty later on, but for now I just want to return to the star of the show for a minute, just so you can see how she's healing. Probably a little bit too close. I'm still trying to figure out this bloody YouTube live thing and the camera, and which is just a phone, but still. Oh, for God's sake. I keep taking screenshots accidentally as well, which is ridiculous. So a little black dot there at the side of Buster's head is the ears, or are the ears. So I'm still learning a lot about the anatomy of birds. They're so tiny and so fragile. See, now John Jones will try and put himself between him and Buster so that John Jones is the closer one to Betty. So at night time, they've even had to cover up the cages individually, because this is when I started to see the preening occur with Buster. Obviously, I don't know, John Jones felt a bit stressed then, and that's what he was doing. I have seen Buster preening Dad, but obviously not to the same effect. So tell me where you guys are from, what part of the world. I have certainly learnt a great deal recently about the YouTube live service, but it's great because I've been sent around the whole world. I even had someone comment on my previous post saying they were from Iceland. So wow, that's like wowzer to me, Iceland. So I put some new toys in their cage. I put this little stick thing in there, and they've got like little steps they can go up and they can go down. I put some more colour in their cage, a little bit of a colour pop. And every single toy at the moment that I've got in their cage, they actually are utilising. The little balls down there, the blue one, they've started separating. John Jones will pick up the plastic ones and throw them around. I've got to give them their fruit and veg for today, which I haven't done yet. So I have carers 7 days a week, and that's because, well, I need care for, but my disabilities mean that I need a lot of help with dressing, eating, walking half the time. So with that said, I have carers that come in to care for me in my home. I live with my daughter, my son-in-law and my son, and my grandson, who's now 10 months. And he has appeared in a couple of my YouTube live sessions so far, but he's still asleep at the moment. He's had some rough 10 months actually. So with the parents, with settling him at night and him waking up and etc, etc. Now apparently, changing the subject, you can tell a bird's sex from their genitalia, but just by looking at it. So if you're good enough to catch on to some of the under shots of either, well, Buster, because we know what John Jones is, because he was a mate with Stitch until Stitch flew away, and unfortunately we never got her back again. Unfortunately, I'd say other birds would have attacked her and eaten her, so very sad. But life does go on, and thankfully I think we've found a match for John Jones, which is Buster. So I'm sort of glad that's happened. Hey Buster. Hey mister. Yes. Not Buster. I mean, bloody John Jones. When I got the birds, I had 3 of them, and they were all over 10 months old. And I allowed my son to name one. My daughter and my son-in-law named one. Ah, look, they've both got a ball now. Hang on, I'll see if I can get a farther away shot. There we go, Johnny boy's playing with his little red ball. Johnny's playing with his ball. Oh, you dropped it, Johnny boy. Don't attack Buster. Go and pick it back up again. Go on, go and get it again. Go on, go get the yellow one. The yellow one down there. Go on. Matches your head. Go on. Teach your son/daughter how to play with balls. Yes, obviously you birds love to play with balls. Other toys, of course, too. I was so proud of John Jones, though. When Stitch flew away, he took on the remainder role and cared for the birds. Here we go. You might get got a bit of a better shot there. Yes, they're actually getting so used to the camera now. It's not funny. They get so confused about this little Perspex box. But in saying that, they know what it's for, which is great. But they can see the outside world without the actual cage in between them, and I think they can fly off. But then all of a sudden, you see John Jones tapping it to see whether it's actually something between them and the outside world. It's really cute, actually. I have fallen in love with my birds. I really have. I've fallen in love with nature. I'm 51 and being disabled, it means that I can no longer work. But I love my birds. Oh, there's Betty playing with one of her balls down there. I'll take you over to Betty now. You guys stay there for a minute while I go and show off Betty, okay? Stay there, Bams. It's all right. No, Jess, it's only Jess. It's just Jess. My carer's locked back up. Hey there, Bet. How you going, Betty Boo? How you going, Betty Boo Boo? Hey? Hello. Yeah. Let's show the world Betty Boo Boo, eh? Hey, Bams, it's okay. Stop.
What are you doing?
Stop. This is Jess, my carer. Say hi,
Hello.
Jess.
Bring it in the kitchen for me.
Thanks so much, Jess. And back to Betty Boo Boo. Fuck's sake, I keep screenshotting accidentally. Betty is definitely the more wild and vivacious bird of all. Definitely can't put any other bird in with her, which is why she's going to a forever home by herself. She was the 3 third wheel out. Sorry, I lost the connection there, but we're back now. Hey, Bets. So a question I've had lately is, do I handle the birds? Yes, I do. Betty's a hard one to handle. She bites like crazy. So I generally have to wear a special glove. And apparently that's another trait of a female bird. They bite even harder than the males do. The babies I was able to handle prior to them walking and learning how to fly, but now they were a little bit more dubious of me. But the 2 that have gone off, the babies that is, to their forever homes, they do get handled by the new owner, and she's learning how to teach them some tricks, like how to talk. And it says what resembles the word hello, which is good. I might have to create myself maybe, I don't know, a Facebook page for the birds and put some photos up there or an Instagram page. I'm not really up with technology. I've only just learned how to bloody well do YouTube lives and Instagram lives. So give me a bit of time to get all that set up, and maybe one day you'll see me, or you'll see the birds up there on their own little pages. I do plan on living in our own home. At the moment we rent, so we can purchase a house. I'm then thinking of increasing my load of birds, so maybe breeding them again, because it was certainly a wonderful experience to have. It was just quite difficult, but Mum and Dad made it look so easy. I just had to provide the food, really. Mum and Dad did the rest. So this action, I believe, is when the birds regurgitate their food they've eaten to give the babies. So I'm assuming Betty has learnt that from John Jones and Stitch. But as I said, I'm still new to the bird world. But I'm getting there. I'm learning. And I don't want to take too much on. That's why when the eggs were laid and they actually hatched, we made plans to actually send them off to their forever homes. Thanks, Jess. All right, we'll take you back to John Jones and Buster. All right, I will pop back on a little bit later on and we'll see you there. Bye for now.